Have you ever gone to any funeral of albino? Have you ever seen an albino in a mortuary? What is the problem? Do they die the way we die? What is the problem? Have you ever met a short people in a mortuary or in hospital when they're sick? Don't they get sick? Have you ever attended any funeral of a short person in your life? Okay, no problem. Maybe they're not existing. Maybe they're not there. They don't die. Now these tall people now come to tall. No, tall people are few nowadays. This so-called Goliath, that gene is very few. Also, most of these people, they don't get sick rarely, easily the way we do. And also you want to meet them also with the same condition, death and blah blah. Why? They also have luck in life. Whether they're short, albino, they will prosper when given that environment. But people normally neglect them because now they squeeze. They look at them as if they're minor. They look at them as if these people are sick. And they don't know these people are very special in life. When they get opportunity, any opportunity in life, they prosper. Thank you. I'm Gogo. Gogo is a spiritualist, a psychic. Gogo is a teacher. Gogo is also a doctor. Both physical doctor and spiritual also. So today, okay, before that I'm from Kisumu. Gogo is coming from Kisumu. That is where I am staying. Yeah. So today we wanted to look of different types of spirit which we normally give birth as human beings. We see them as people, but they are actually spirit. Or in another language, they call them aliens. So these are the spirits which normally comes and sleep with pregnant women and give birth to unique children, special children. So that is the topic.
All right. So when you say special kids, pregnancy, spirits sleeping with a woman, maybe for the first one, which is the first one? Where can we start?
Okay, here, the first one, let me talk about the so-called, these giant people, also called Goliath. The way there are some of the tall people are trending nowadays, as if they have never been here before, but they have been existing for long. And we find them in families. You will find one person might come out with a different look or different creature look. So these tall people, I normally call them, these are spirit, because when you do your research, you'll meet that all these tall people, most of them, they're looking alike. You might see that, you might think they are brothers. No, they are not even related.
Okay.
But they are brothers in spirit, because it's the same spirit which normally comes and sleep with their mothers during pregnancy time. That's why in ancient time, or in the villages, when you are pregnant, they will hide you. It was supposed to be secret. You don't just walk anyhowly. Like nowadays, I see people are taking photos of their pregnancy. They're showing off. They're putting off this short clothes, they're walking here. Once a time I said that some people can even change your sex, the sex of the child, the infant in your stomach. Or they can turn that pregnancy to be something else, even water. You can carry water for 9 months. You can even carry that pregnancy for even more than 9 months, even for 2 years, 1 year, because of the evil eye that will attack you. Because some of these people are having certain spirit that they can install in you. Secondly, you have to be protected spiritually, because when you are pregnant, that's why you see most of the kids nowadays, they are coming out to be special kids, having some special conditions in them that maybe people might think it's another form of imbalancing or a form of certain diseases in their mothers, but no. This is spirit. Everything don't just happens like that. During pregnancy, you'll meet, when you ask those mothers during their pregnancy time period, they normally encounter sex with certain spirits at night every time. And when these spirits have sex with them, the spirit will give birth to a spirit. So it's very bad when you experience sexual intercourse in a dream during pregnancy. That child might turn to be something else, or another creature, or with a special condition. So you have to take precautions. You also have to be protected during the pregnancy. Don't just walk anyhow showing off your pregnancy at the time. So last time when I see these tall people, or people are saying, oh, these are unique people. No. These are spirits. And that's why they always have luck. Second one is the pygmies, these short people. Go and do your research. Get one short person from Nigeria. Get one short person from Congo. Go to South Africa, get one short person. Come to Kenya. Combine them together. See the way they are looking. You might think they are brothers. Even if you find a short person, which is a woman or a man, you will see they are looking alike. They are having the same feature, the same look. Why? But this one was coming from Nigeria, this one was from South Africa, the other one from Kenya. They are looking alike because there is a certain alien spirits. They normally comes and sleep with the women at night. They even give birth to them, with them. Precautions. And also taking care of yourself spiritually while you are having pregnant, where you are having that pregnancy. The third one is albinos. They are very special in spiritual world. Albinos are being used. Even short people, these pygmies, they are spirit. You know, these pygmies, they normally say they are spirit of the land spirits. They deal with herbs, and their kingdoms, they always treat using herbs. That's why when there's a certain forest in Congos on the other side of Western Africans where they exist. In fact, most of them are in Congolese. In that Congo forest, you might not see them, but they can see you. So there's a place when they take you or kidnap you. When you are having a good luck, when they come back, when they release you, you might come and turn to be a spiritualist or herbalist, because they will teach you to learn so many ways in the spiritual world. These are spirits, and there are certain genes which they normally comes and give them to the normal human beings. So albinos, when you pick 3 albinos, whether you are picking them from Uganda, Tanzania, the rest of the country, you will see the similarities in them. They look alike. The most advantage in these people. Have you ever gone to any funeral of albino? Have you ever seen an albino in a mortuary? What is the problem? Do they die the way we die? What is the problem? Have you ever met a short people in a mortuary or in hospital when they're sick? Don't they get sick? Have you ever attended any funeral of a short person in your life? Okay, no problem. Maybe they're not existing. Maybe they're not there. They don't die. Now these tall people now come to tall. No, tall people are few nowadays. This so-called Goliath, that gene is very few. Also, most of these people, they don't get sick rarely, easily the way we do. And also, you want to meet them also with the same condition, death and blah blah. Why? They also have luck in life. Whether they're short, albino, they will prosper when given that environment. But people normally neglect them because now they squeeze. They look at them as if they're minor. They look at them as if these people are sick. And they don't know these people are very special in life. When they get opportunity, any opportunity in life, they prosper. And people respect them. Have you ever encountered yourself in a fight with a short person? Even if you see him here, you'll get scared. You're like, ah. Even these tall people, no. Albino, you get scared of them because they're not normal the way you are. There's a certain power in them that makes them special and different from these normal people. In fact, they will say maybe albino has the lack of melanin percentage in them. They have low percentage of melanin. So most of the time they suffer that sunburn. It's okay. Because they're not from the sun. They're not son of the sun. These are the water spirits. They come from water. That's why maybe if you take albino from here, then you take them maybe in a cold places. They exist there. Or mix them with the white people. You won't even see the difference. The difference only comes with the nose. They're the same because white people, albinos, these people suffer melanic percentage in them. It's maybe percentage of melanin in their skin, which makes them different. But depends with the environment they're into. But they are almost like white people. So they are spirit of marines. Okay. Now, another one. You will find most women give birth to maybe some of them having, let me say, a special condition, like maybe the brain, some of the legs not in a proper conditions, or some of maybe they have the problem with their hands or walking. This child who has this problem in that family, they always live longer than anybody else in that family. And when they die, when you have them, you have one of them in your family, if they die, make sure that star of that family is also dead. Wanasemanga wameshika tajiri. Whether uko na tajiri ama huna, tafuta shida yako. Sasa ikiwa katika familia umezaa huyo mtoto hivyo, huyo mtoto ndiye anakuwa na nyota mzuri sana kuliko watoto wote. So wengine wanaifanya kimaksudi, wengine inafanyikika, maybe hiyo kitu inafanyika kama wajui. Wengine wanajua kenye inafanyika, so they sign a duty or they sign a contract with a certain spirit somewhere, so they give a sacrifice to that, or they protect their richness, or they protect their star into that child. Sasa mtoto atazaliwa tu, unafikiria nini? Na ako tu hapo atapewa. So utapata kama maybe Arabs, Indians, most of these people wako na hiyo vitu sana. Katika nyumba ya kila familia ya Kiarabu ama Wahindi mostly, utapata kuna mtoto fulani yako very special na anapewa kila kitu. Shida iko wapi? Na mtoto atakuwa mgonjwa, mtoto atakufa, na akikasirika kila kitu inasimama. So ndio hao wengine na watoto wengine wasije waadhirike ama ile star yao ikanyagwe, wanachukua star yenu yote wanaficha kwa ule mtoto mwenye akona ile condition, ule special. Anakuwa kama bank of stars. So by the time you there's some of the evil eyes, maybe mko pale watoto kama 8, kama kuna witchcraft fulani inafanyika katika familia moja, kuna familia nyingine hao watoto wote 8 wanaweza ribu, na utapata kama kuna mtoto fulani pale na hao wanajua, wanaficha ile star yenu nyote katika huyo mtoto. You prosper, you guys mtakuwa mna prosper, lakini mtoto atakuwa pale pale tu, na siku yenye atakufa akasirike, ile mali yote itaenda hivyo. So wale wajanja walikuwa najua yenye inafanywa. Yeah.
Hey, Nabii, kuna vitu ambavyo umesema pale nyuma, tukirudi pale nyuma kidogo, na ni vitu ambavyo vimekuwa vikisumbua sana ukielekea maeneo ambayo ni ya Tanzania, sana sana kule Mombasa. Kuna wakati ambao walikuwa wakisema kwamba mwili ya some parts of albino body zilikuwa zikitumika, wakipatwa walikuwa wanatakiwa, alafu wanaenda wananyofuliwa zile parts za mwili. Maybe according to you, kwa mtazamo wako tu unaweza sema hizi parts zilikuwa zinaenda kufanya kazi gani? What are they using those parts for?
Katika mwili ya albino nilikwambia, all that body is a spirit, a very unique spirit, and every year mwili is very unique. Kila sehemu part kuna dawa ule mtu anatembea yake ni dawa ya inaweza pona vitu zingine na leta utajiri pia. Albino mostly walikuwa wanatengeneza kama Tanzania, wanatengeneza kitu inaitwa chuma ulete. Chuma ulete ni ile utajiri inakuja kwako bila kukuwa na kazi ngumu. Wewe umekaa tu, lakini uko na mali inakuja. Because money is spirit and wealth is spiritual. Everything you own in physical had been owned in spiritual. So most of these people, they normally work on spiritual wealth than physical. So when you see these people are being killed or kidnapped, they're being used for those money rituals. The so-called money rituals, which that word has been going on every time, do money ritual, this and that. So money rituals can be done with the albinos, money ritual can be done with the pygmies. I don't know more about the giant people, no. But mostly these special people are two people here. The pygmies, the short people, and albinos. Healing, some of the healings will only need you to look for albino part or albinos themselves. Okay. There is a situation whereby you'll just meet somebody just collapse like that. He was not sick or she was not sick, but there's just a sudden attack of disease or a spirit that has attacked him or her, and he just collapsed and stayed there for more than maybe 1 week. This disease or this attack, solution for this attack was only to look for a female virgin albino. Umejua inakufanyia nini? Itakupita tu. And that's how your sickness is gone. Itakucross mara tatu, 1, 2, 3. But that things which happen in spirit, this spiritual sickness, hata itajingi vitu mingi by the way. Kuna certain sickness ingine ilikuwa na happen. Now they will go and look for a donkey. So unaona watu kitambo walikuwa wanapenda kufunga donkey. So there's also a female donkey, a virgin one, yenye bado hajaanza atapitisha hiyo donkey mara tatu na mtu atasimama. The same will also apply to the donkey. Donkey collapse. Major donkey also has spirits. These are also spirits. They're not normal animals like the other animals. They even haunt. If you mistreat them, they will haunt you like human beings. So when that disease attacked donkey, they will look for also a female lady who is also virgin. Natapita huyo hivyo 3 times, and that's how that donkey will just stand. So albinos are being used for spiritual treatment and also money rituals. Then the last one is to get power and control. Those who have their heirs, if you can access to get the heir of that albino inywele, then the nails, hizo makucha, na zichomwe pamoja na dawa zingine zenye wajuaji walikuwa wamejua, wale wasomi watachoma, alafu ukichanjwa hakuna mtu anaweza kukuguza, and you can have that control anywhere. Whatever you say is final. That was the work of spirit.
Some of these stories are so weird. Okay, we have another question. Not even a question, it's something that has been moving around. We've been hearing stories about them. We have this thing whereby I saw something on TikTok. Somebody talking about Nigerians, jinsi ya kuchukua nyota. Kukawa na hii system ambao walikuwa wamesema kwamba Nigeria akitaka kuchukulia nyota yako, not all Nigerians, but kuna wale ambao wanatumia zile nguvu kwamba atachukua demu, sema demu yangu, alale na yeye. Okay? Akishalala na yeye, kupitia kwa ule demu wangu atakuwa na uwezo wa kuchukua nyota yangu mimi. How true is this? Maybe
not even how true is that is the real.
Yeah, because
why do you normally see these rich people, the so-called rich, let me say the wealthy people, not all of them, these people who has power in control of the financial and the control of, let's say, the wealth,
yeah,
they like these slay queen ladies, these young ladies wenye bado wajapata ndoa. Sean, they like moving and saizi ukienda maybe at night at clubs and parties, you'll find them, these big guys with the heavy machines. They are driving these heavy machines, eh? They will work with these small ladies, eh? But it's fine. Maybe they are sponsoring them. They call them sponsor.
Yeah, sponsor.
No problem.
Babas.
Go and do your research. These so-called slay queens wenye wailala na mao ma sponsor, kama wako in a relationship, they're always single and they sleep with a certain spirit at night. It's a fact. Mwenye anateta aniambie nimwambie. Akiwa ilala na au ma sponsor, and I'm not saying all sponsors are bad. Even these so-called pastors. When you control, you have a control of a crowd. There are some of conditions these spirits will give you. You will not sleep with your wife the way you will normally do. They will take you to sleep, go and look for these young ladies. My friend, huyo bibi yako atakaa kama ndugu yako kwa nyumba, mtakaa. Au mapastors mostly wanakanga tu maybe for publicity, maybe for public tu waone wako na bibi pale. Lakini nikianza kukuambia example 1 2 3 people, you will know when you see them with their wife, you might think they are together, but they don't sleep the way wanajilazimisha tu. But that spirit imewateka nyara. Ile spirit inatakanga waende walale na wasichana wengine wadogo pale, wachukue nguvu kutoka kwao na ile star yako. Unaona hiyo sana, I'm coming to that star hiyo continuously. Hiyo inakaa kama pyramid, eh? Itaenda circle. Toke kwako wewe ulale nayo, pia amechukua yako, umelala na ule mwingine amechukua yako. So akichukua huyu aenda lale nayo, ata withdraw that. Unajua huyu msichana bado ako maybe college, bado hajatafuta kazi, ndio anajaribu kutafuta life yake. So hajaanza kutumia ile nguvu yake. The moment amelala na wewe hivyo, you become jobless, my friend. Jobless, first of all. Second of all, mindless. Utakuwa na mwanaume, utaanza kwenda kutafuta mwanaume kwa Ezekiel, akutafutie nyota ya ndoa, au utakuwa nayo. That's the truth. Itaenda hivyo, these people will give you something to concentrate on. Ndio usianze kufikiria mambo ya life yako sana. Either first of all you start drinking alcohol, you take it seriously. You think that alcohol is your husband. There's no problem. Yenye nasemanga mimi, unajua mimi nisipokunywa I don't get my sleep. Hiyo ni brainwash, inakuchukua attention yako to something else, so you don't concentrate or you focus on your destiny, because that your destiny has been taken away from you, so they install something else in your system. That's the problem. Or you'll start seeing men the same. These men are always the same. Utaanza kuangalia huyu that the same. Means that you will remain single. Because of what? Every man will also look at you as if you are having men. You can be beautiful, by the way. Very beautiful. But why are they saying they are single? Most of beautiful ladies are singles. They don't have somebody serious in their life. I don't know, but they know that they don't have. Because the moment that man has spotted you, anaona that you have somebody else, but you don't have. But anaona by the spiritually, you have somebody who has married you spiritually. He sleeps with you the way they want at night. They drag you the way you want. You wake up in the morning, unapata kama you are wet na umechoka. You wake up always, you are tired, as if ulikuwa umefanya kazi kwa shamba fulani. My friend, if you see such seeing these signs, my friend, somebody has married you spiritually. Na hapo ndio utakuja uambiwe the spiritual husbands and wife. These are real. Mingine atateta huko nje, hizo ni stories za jaba. No problem. Siku yenye utararuliwa kwa usiku kwa ndoto
na gongewa
ugongwe vizuri wa mke kama imagine that even those people they have sex until they start bleeding. Unafikiria ni hormonal imbalance ama ile whatever P2 ama ile shindano mnaikanga hapo. You might think that is the cause. My friend, it might not be that. The moment you frequently sleep with the spirit, you sleep with somebody and the dream. Don't take it simple. It's not simple. You'll keep on bleeding every time. When you have somebody serious in your life, by the time you want to have sex with them, you are in a period. You're like, oh, my period is just coming. And you'll keep on having that period, until this man gets bored with you. So you'll start sleeping like brothers and sisters. The moment, or it will make this other partner of you, that when he wants to sleep with you, my friend, the machine is not functioning. Like when the guy tries, no, it's not functioning. Because that spirit comes and sleeps in between you. It won't work. Then you start getting bored with each other. Like, this guy is not even like this and that. I don't like. It happens even in the marriage people. You don't think even if you get married, you're out of this. They always come and visit you in that marriage every time. Okay, no problem. If you see those signs, my friend, you are being married. Then there are also other men who has that covenant with a certain spirit. Most of them, they go to those Western countries, those countries, then they assign those contracts with those spirits. They sleep in that room for maybe 2 weeks. They sleep with these spirits. Not even sleeping with them. These men, that spirit comes and sleep with these men. Umenielewa? Au maspiriti wanakuja na lala na huyu mwanaume.
Okay.
You find most of pastors are gays. I'm not afraid to say.
In fact, I wanted to come to that question. Yesterday we were somewhere and we had a pastor whereby we were discussing something, but he came up with an issue talking about young artists, some young gospel artists who wako sana ndani ya mambo na gayism na inaonekana kwamba ni kitu ambacho kinaendelea sana kwa sasa, na ikichunguzwa tena zaidi inaonekana kwamba kuna mapastors ambao ni magay. Je, from your view of things, ni nini ambacho kinaendelea behind the scene ambacho sisi mwanadamu wa kawaida we cannot understand what is happening behind the scenes? Do you have an idea about this? Maybe you enlighten us.
Spiritual problems. The spirit of gayism is moving around everywhere, and it has been there before, and nowadays they're taking advantage of it because of a certain control. First, I can say that is lack of awareness in your system. You have to know whether you are a feminine or you are a masculine in this system. You have to know your system. You know, we human beings, when you study the human anatomy system, we have both energies inside us. We have both femininity, we have both masculinity inside us. We can excrete. But now the normal energy always comes out during the time of maybe the second circle of life. After 7 years, you have to know the difference between the woman and the man after 7 years. You see, that's 7 years, from 0 to 7. That stage, maybe the formation of the physicality happens. Now, from the 7 to 14, we can say now the formation of the energy, emotional, happens in our system. When this energy forms, it will, the signals will arise into your system that you are feminine or you are masculine. But remember, all these energies are within us. When you get confused of knowing who you are in this life, you end up messing up with your energies, because you might go and ignite a certain energy which is not your own and bring it into your system. When you activate that, when you are a masculine and you activate the feminine inside you, you will start behaving in a feminine ways, awareness. But you can also get yourself in such kind of environment, because when you grow up with the ladies, you might find yourself attracting that energy of femininity. But when you come to realization, you've waken up, you come to awareness of who you are in life. Am I a man or am I a woman? Being a man or being a woman does not mean the look. It's the energy. It's the emotional energy. That feelings. When you excrete or activate a certain feeling which is opposite your own normal feelings, it becomes abnormal. Now that's where you'll find somebody has changed. He was just the same, but he has changed to be a she. No problem. That is your life. But deeply and seriously, because it's a serious matter we are discussing here, and there's a certain generation which is coming up with a certain speed of this product of confusion. You don't know who you are. You don't know whether you're a lady, you don't know whether you're a man. It's not something we can smile about here. When you see a kid, you've raised a kid and he has reached a certain age and the kid has got confused. Awareness. You have to know. And even the parents also have to stand and create awareness in their kids to tell them that you are a man and you are a woman. If this cannot be done in a society, the society will turn upside down. Because after doing all these things, by the way, hakuna mwelekeo. Hakuna. When you ask them, when they are now sober, by the way, what do you gain in this? It's just enjoyment. No problem. But what do you gain? There's nothing painful in life when you don't have a family. I don't know, if maybe not for all people, but there's a certain age in 40s and above, when you're now sitting down, you're practicing that opposite sex, that same sex, the same sex, and you reach at 40. When you come to realization that, where am I going with this? It has no direction. It has a speed, but there's no direction in it. They will start regretting that, oh, I wish. But at that point also, it becomes very difficult for you to leave it, because it has been become an habit. It has possessed your mental. It has possessed you spiritually. So how will you run away from it? Though there's a way you can get out from this. You can just cut, because these are spiritual bondage, these spiritual marriages. You marry yourself with the gayism, you marry yourself with lesbianism, no problem. But as long as you turn yourself to be feminine, everything in you is just femininity. You don't give birth. I'm sure even they don't even operate well with when these men are in
action.
They don't operate well, because everything is mind. And they regret it. That's why you see most of them, they don't be sober, maybe a little bit. They take alcohol, they take drugs to make them forget these things. It's painful sometimes, but maybe, I don't know.
Some they end up in depression and stress.
Committing suicide. Because akuna, imagine you are just opposite. I'm not saying you have to live your life according to the society wants. No. But you live your life according to the nature, according to God. Do you think God needs this? I don't know. Ask yourself, that is upon you with your own God. I don't know. If your God wants that, it's fine with you. Okay. But if you see it's depressing you sometimes, at least sit down, relax. Come back where this problem starts from. Look for a solution. Get out from this before it is too late. Because hakuna mwelekeo hii kitu, hakuna. Hamtazaa. Hapa ni procreation. We were given birth here to give birth. To give birth is a procreation. So when you do the other same sex, you are killing this thing. In future everybody is same sex. Nani atazaliwa? Na hii kitu pia ni idea ingine inatumika with the Eurocolonial, ile Eurocentric ideas. Europeans are supporting this because they want to decrease the population of Africans. We don't see that. We support. Alafu wanasema iko na pesa. Pesa gani? Uniangalie wenye wako na pesa surely wakifanya hii kitu. No. It has money, no problem to them. Hiyo pesa inafanyanga nini? Pombe. Na luxury life. At the end of the day, when you are sober, you regret everything. That your own God gets out, run away from you. Because even you have run away from yourself. Hapo ndio wataka kuona rejection inaingia, annihilation, unaanza kuwa peke yako, kuwa depressed. Fine. It's your life, my life, their life. I don't know. It's a choice. Life is a choice you make.
Yeah, sure.
But if it is good for you, up to you.
Okay. Maybe I'll ask another final question, because we will continue with more questions. But for today, for the part of today, I just want maybe you finalize with this question. We have these, do we call, what can I say? We have these diseases that we inherit from maybe it's generation to generation. Maybe like they say like diabetes. Sometimes they say leukemia. Maybe kivyako wewe, magonjwa kama haya ni ukweli kwamba yanakuanga yanaweza sambazwa kutoka kwa kizazi kimoja hadi kizazi kingine, au ni yale tu ile dhana ya mwanadamu kwamba inakuwa inherited? Na je, magonjwa kama haya, let's say like example like leukemia is taking watoto wetu sana, haswa watoto wetu ambao ni siblings wetu. Leukemia imechukua wengi sana, na ukiweza kusikiza vizuri pale nje watu wakiongea wanasema kwamba kwa familia kulikuwa na mtu alikuwa na leukemia, maybe kwa familia kulikuwa na mtu alikuwa na diabetes. Je, ni ukweli kwamba ni magonjwa ambayo yanakuwa yanasambazwa kutoka kwa kizazi kimoja hadi kwa kingine? Na je, kuna uwezo ambao tunaweza simamisha magonjwa haya kuweza kuwa inherited? Yep.
When you talk about generation starts with the seed. This is a seed here. When you plant this, it grows with the roots, the stems comes out, branch, then maybe later on they bear the same fruit, right? It's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
So it was a seed. Then you plant it in the darkness. It can't grow in the light, right? Everything grows in the darkness at night. So by planting it means it must go to the ground. Okay. So the stems comes out, the roots, the stems come out because the roots support the system of supplying the nutrients and the water and the so-called whatever. Now the stem supportive. The branches come, then later on they turn to be the same thing here. So it's a circle of life. Means it is the same thing. It's okay. So when a certain disease was in a certain family, maybe let's say for example the leukemia, it might affect that generation. But not all people, maybe some people which are closer to that generation. But in ancient time, this disease was not killing like nowadays. But they say the ancient people were not educated. Eh? Now we have education than them. They were barbaric and we are now educated and civilized, I don't know. But we die more than them. They had so many ways of managing this disease. I know some of them, there were some special people who know, they knew how to treat it because it was treated. I did my research, I found that leukemia was treated. It can be treated. And there's also a certain community who could not have that herb of treating it, but they have the herbs of managing it. So haingekuwa inaua vile inaua sai. But nowadays we have forgot our root and we are following Western rules. What do these Westerners are doing to us? Our sickness is their business. Imagine business from the time of conception to your death. Mtu akiwa kwa morgue pale bado ni biashara. Mtu anaenda kuziko bado chief anataka pesa. Padri anataka pesa. You see how human beings are business. Yeah. You are sick. Na unaenda pale kwa chemistry or the pharmacy or the hospitals. You see, hospitals they say that house of sick people house of sick people, there's also laboratory and whatever. So that house, when nobody is sick, there's no business in them. So they have to create viral for us to become sick, so we go and give them business. So whatever these people are giving us as medicine is just killing us, not even helping us the way it should be. Either way around, it gives us a certain negative effect than even positive. So you are being given that medicine for managing this leukemia. You find when this child is taking this medicine for a period of 1 year, 2 years, there's a certain condition of pressure, there's a certain condition of diabetes which has been created inside this disease again. Do you know leukemia is now making the cells to be weak and the blood also, the bones and whatever. Now when your cells are weak and there's a certain disease also in your system, now how are you going to re-engineer your system? There's no way, because re-engineering happens even us not taking medicine, because the body can re-engineer itself without even taking medication. Medication are just external supporters to make our system to be more active or to re-engineer faster. leukemia can be managed. I'm not saying nowadays I know how to treat it, but I know how to manage it. As long as you don't do with that Englishman medicine, you work on the herbs. These herbs you see, anything from whatever we are stepping on from the ground, these are herbs. From grass to these trees you are seeing around here, these were herbs which was meant or given to us to support us. The secret is in these herbs and animals. The pressure and the diabetes, these things are treatable. There are herbs which we treat this pressure and it goes down and normal ways. The same to diabetes. There is no sickness in this world that cannot be treated. It's only us who don't believe with what we have. We have everything. These people take everything from here and reprocess them and give them back to us when they are now waste. They are killing us with these medicines. But we keep on depending on these hospitals, no problem. And we neglected our forefathers' ways that the only medicines comes from the ground. That's the only medicine that will cure you. Comes from the ground. It's the same as food is your medicine, but now we do processing food everywhere. What will support our system? What will make our system strong? Imagine huko Ushago utapata leukemia hiyo watu vinye inaua watu kwa town. I'm telling you. Huko Ushago utapata mtu ako na pressure. Nikuulize tu swali zi ujinga tu. Unapenda kuangalia vitu zingine. Ushakutana na Masai hospitali? Wagonjeka ngi? Ushakutana nayo? Maybe huko kwao, lakini frequently hospitali ushakutana nayo kwa ward? Maybe 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I'm not saying.
Yeah.
Ushakutana Masai kiwete pali? Albino Masai? Kwa nini? They respect their culture. Most of the problem we are facing here is because we are neglecting our own culture. And most of the problems are spiritual problems. They're not even physical. These people, they respect their culture a lot. Everything is about their culture. Be it spiritually, physically. They don't neglect it the way we do. That's why, most of this sickness, you see, ukienda Masai by the way, ukienda Masaini huko, wako na ndawa, but wanaona ni kama they are poor, sindio? People say that these people are poor. How do you describe poverty? In the simple term, having cars, mansions, is the richness. Maybe you don't have those, you don't own those. If a Maasai guy who has no cars, doesn't own mansions, has more than 300 cows, and still you say this person is poor. Somebody from Kitale, down there, having maybe how many tons of maize, cabbage. How much is maize when you sell it in town? And when you go to the village, they say that you are poor. State of mind is what affecting us so bad. Somebody is working with these herbs. You'll meet, maybe you meet me one day in my farm. I have some small farm having a certain herbs. Me everywhere I walk, I see herbs. I see healing. Even this mchanga here is medicine on its own. These things in medicine. Everywhere I walk, I'm being surrounded by medicine. Here, this one, the other one, you see them. But when you see somebody in that village has plucked some of the plants, you will see like, no, those are not things which should be, maybe I'm not going to drink that. I need only maybe Panadol, aspirin, Brufen, this so called. Ukiangalia hizo vitu vimepigiwa terms hizo zile scientific names are easy plants. Wameweka scientific name, but they're coming out from this plant. Lakini wameweka chemical mingi, then haina nguvu sana. Whatever wameweka mingi ni only that activation. Ndio kikunywa inakuponyesha haraka. Inapoa ile kitu haraka, but they don't treat it, you see. So you see these Maasai people, the reason why they live long. You'll meet, when you go to their village, you'll meet even more than 100 people. More than 100, somebody having more than 100 age. Mzee akona more than 100 or something. Now, he's very strong and working. Lakini kuja to town, you cannot even meet somebody who is 90 years. It is a problem. They die at 70 years here. Because what we eat and the ignorance you're having that make us think that this is good while that one is bad, and this is bad while this one is good. That is the Eurocentric ideas or manipulations they put into our system. So we eat what belongs to us. I had somebody who, my friend was in Europe, they say that there's a place they sell this green stuff, this vegetable and stuff. You cannot, when you are poor, you cannot even go and buy because they're very expensive. But whatever rich people are eating here in Africa is what poor people are eating in Europe. This GMO stuff and the so-called this fast foods, the burgers, pizzas and whatever. These are for poor people. But the rich people in Europe are eating these things we are calling, when you see somebody eating potato, cassava, you will see the way they are poor. And that potato and cassava is very expensive. But we don't see it while we're in that village. But when you take it to town, it becomes so expensive because whatever we are eating there, the rich people are eating in town, is what poor people are eating in the village. And they call themselves poor. And whatever poor people are eating in village, they call them rich. Maybe they buy those, the rich people. These things are very cheap. And they're very poison. Because they are processed food. Some of them are plastic. Kuna some of the plastic rice going on in China. I don't know, in India and China. Palestinians are making plastic. Indians, Chinese are making this plastic rice. Because we don't like pishori and whatever, this aero and the other one from where, we don't like them because they are expensive. We go for a cheap thing. Maybe it looks nice for us. We eat plastic. We think we are going to survive this cancer. Then the system must be detoxinated. You can't just run your system. It's not matter even if you have a car, you have any engine system, you have to detoxinate that system. Unatoa ile oil yote, uoshe ile engine, si ndio? Na upeleke service. But where do we service our system? Before you take any medicine, you have to service your system for the preparation of inner engineering. Because the body itself re-engineers itself on its own at night when they sleep. But now, how will you re-engineer when you don't have that sleep? Because that devil you call that has possessed your mind has taken away your sleep at night. Some people don't sleep here. That's a problem with them. You make money, you make wealth, but you can't sleep. What is the problem? How will your health be comfortable if the sleep itself cannot work on you? Most of these people who don't sleep, they're the people who has a lot of pressures and diabetes because there's no time for their system to work.
Wow. Okay, I think today for the questions today they are enough, and in our comment section, if you have any question, if you have anything to comment, you can tell us maybe what you can add on in our next show. We've been having Nabi Gogo talking about a lot of things that we are currently experiencing in our life. Nabi Gogo, maybe kuna mtu ameweza kusikiza story yako na anaweza taka maybe kusaidiwa kwa njia moja au nyingine, na anaweza taka nambari yako ya simu, maybe amesikia anataka kuku surprise tu in one or two ways. Unaweza tusaidia na nambari yako ya simu na utuambia pia mahali ambapo maybe wanaweza kupata pia.
Nabi Gogo, I'm staying in Kisumu, second capital city of Kenya.
I know.
Yeah, so that is where maybe I'm staying right now.
Okay.
My number is WhatsApp number or the normal one. But when you call and you find I've not answered you, please just call again. You can leave message from your WhatsApp. My WhatsApp, I'll get it. 0757 10 12 25. 0757 10 12 25. You can check also some of the teaching which might also change your life. We are here to teach and change people's life also. On my Facebook page, Nabi Gogo has a lot of teaching also. Nabi Gogo YouTube or Nabi Gogo TV.
Okay.
Yeah, TikTok Nabi Gogo.
Right. So to our viewers, leo imekuwa story yake Nabi Gogo akiweza tu kuexplain different things ambazo sisi tunazionanga kama kawaida na tunazichukulia ni vitu vya kawaida, lakini kiundani kidogo ameweza kuchimba na ameweza kuexplain zingine. So remember that si maneno ya Tales by Titus za 254 or anyone ambaye ameshirikiana na Tales by Titus za 254, bali ni mafunzo tu kutoka kwake Nabi Gogo. So ukiwa na lolote pale kwa comment section, kuja utuambie. Nambari yake ya simu ndio tumeiweka pale kwa black, unaweza mpigia muongee sana, na in case of anything also I'll be putting my number here, you can call me maybe for more information also. Na nashukuru sana kwa wale ambao ni new viewers wetu, karibuni sana. Make sure kitu cha kwanza you make sure you subscribe, you like, you comment, then on in our pale chini kwa notification, na make sure kwamba kwa notification iko on, so that stories kama hizi za Nabi Gogo unakuwa mtu wa kwanza kuzipata. Na for those who have been with us since tuanze Tales by Titus 254 until time ambayo tumefikia hapa, nasema ni asante, shukran tu sana. Kitu cha muhimu, unaenda tu pale kwa comment section, una comment, unatuelezea ni wapi tutaongezea, tutachange, alafu una make sure tu una share show iweze kuwafikia watu wengi. For today story yake Nabi Gogo, mafunzo yake Nabi Gogo tumeweza kufikia tamati. Tukutana tena kwenye next episode akiweza kurudi, maybe mkimuuliza maswali pale kwa comment section, atakuwa anarudi tena kwa set kutuelezea vitu vingi ambavyo maybe tu una feel kuja aongelelee zaidi. Manake unajua wanadamu tumebarikiwa kwa njia tofauti tofauti. Kuna mtu ambaye anaona mpaka macho ya tatu kule ndani, na wengine tumebarikiwa na macho mawili. You never know. He can help you in one or two ways. And today, nawaambia kwaheri.